Welcome to the best and biggest fair in Mexico, the famous Feria Nacional de San Marcos in Aguascalientes.
I can't tell you how excited I am for this feria. I've been hearing about this festival since I was a kid. My family's from San Luis Potosí, and San Luis Potosí is only like a couple hours away from here. So since I was a child, they've been, bragging about La Feria de San Marcos, and we finally get the chance to experience it and experience it with you all.
On the flip side, I'm surprised I didn't really hear about it growing up because my family's from Zacatecas, which is literally right next door to Aguascalientes. But since we've lived in Mexico the last 3 years, lots of people have talked about it. I feel like it's something that's like on every Mexican's bucket list. It was definitely on ours, and we're finally here. La Feria Nacional de San Marcos is a massive and incredible event, or I should say series of events that dates back to 1828. This year they celebrate their 196th fair, making it one of the oldest and not only the biggest in the country, but the biggest in all of Latin America.
Actually, it's the biggest of all the Americas. Just to put it to you in perspective, the biggest fairs in the United States are Texas and Minnesota, which accumulate from 2 to 2.5 million people each year. Here in Aguascalientes at San Marcos, they average between 7 and 9 million visitors a year. And this year, they're expected to reach 10 million visitors.
There is so much going on that it can get overwhelming real fast. So today's video is going to be super fun, but also very informational so that you all can get ready to attend the next fair.
We're going to start off at Corredor Cultural Carranza, one of the several sites of the fair. Here you'll find restaurants, coffee, rock music, and even classical music.
So right now it's Monday, it's 6 p.m. and people are just starting to trickle in and arrive for these evening's activities. By the way, today is day 3 of 23 of the feria. That's right, that's over 3 weeks of day after day after day of musical performances, concerts, theater, poetry, arts, dance, and all the food you can imagine. As we continue down Corredor Carranza, we're seeing all the beautiful artesanía stands. We're walking towards Hardin San Marcos, the namesake for this wonderful festival, or feria, I should say. What is even the difference between a feria, a fair, and a festival? This is one of the most important annual events in the country. The feria happens every year in April and May. The churros, wait, come back. Wow. We've been to Aguascalientes maybe 3 or 4 times, and every time we come, we haven't gotten the chance to try these churros. There have been incredibly long lines, or I was sick that time. I can finally try them. They look so good.
As we wait in line, I want to tell you about our favorite meal here in Aguascalientes, and it's la birria from El Mercado Juarez. Honestly, it's probably one of the best tacos in all of Mexico that I've ever had. It's so delicious, you have to try it. We actually made a vlog specifically on how to pick your birria, so make sure to check that out in the link above. By the way, there are 3 things on our food list that we want to try before we leave Aguascalientes. One of them, which was the birria that we had this morning, which was so delicious. Now the churros, and one of the biggest, most emblematic dishes is la torta de albañil. And they say that if you don't try it before you leave, it's like you never came to Aguascalientes. We've been here twice already, and we never tried it. So the 3rd time's the charm, and we're gonna make sure we try it. If not, it's like we never came here,
We've had lots of churros in Mexico, but I don't think I've ever seen them made this way. I wonder where this style is from. Maybe it's unique to here, but this is what attracted us to this spot. Wow, that is so cool, you guys. She's the 3rd generation that's been making these churros in this style for 50 years. Her family has been making them for 50 years. Because I asked her, I'm like, is this unique to Aguascalientes? She's like, well, it's unique to my family. How cool. All right, I got the one with the guayaba filling. Look at that, it's fresh guayaba marmalade, and yours is?
De cajeta. If you're in Aguascalientes, guayaba is a must because they're fresh and local to Aguascalientes. So I'm assuming this preserves is probably,
Oh, good. Sabe a ate de guayaba. Holy crap.
Leading up to El Jardín de San Marcos, you have Calle Venustiano. This street always got parties going. Doesn't matter what time of day or what day of the week it is. You'll always find something to do here.
I think it's time I get my own rubber ducky. We're crossing into the final stretch of Calle Venustiano Carranza into the other pabellón artesanal. Ah, I'm in heaven right now. So pretty. Ah, I want a bracelet. Ah, these earrings are beautiful. Seriously, the detail. Let's keep walking before I buy more things. Plants.
We're gonna enter Hardin San Marcos. This is a beautiful garden, but just wait until we get to the other side. Y'all hear that? I hear salsa over there.
Oh.
Cumbia, en vivo.
Let's walk that way.
I love this garden. This garden, when we've been here before, is always lively. There's always things going on here. Never a dull moment in Hardin San Marcos.
Yeah, and now especially because it's the feria. So all of that times 10.
Yeah, right? Look at this. I love it already. They're playing my juguito de piña. Hey, 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 hey.
It's like one big family party in there.
I love it, I love it. It's one of the very few times that I hear cumbia and salsa here in Aguascalientes. Because a lot of it is like banda, norteño, and rock.
More of that, like, we also say that central Mexico sound. And then you said rock, but that's actually really popular in central Mexico, yeah.
I mean, Sting's gonna be performing
For
here.
real?
Oh, wait.
We haven't even told y'all about the lineups here.
So as the sun goes down, more and more people start coming. Mostly because people are getting out of work and it's a Monday, but also because
It's been
the
really hot.
sun is super hot here.
It was 90 degrees yesterday. I think today it went down to 86, if I had to guess. Sweet, so we're reaching the end of the garden, which is beautiful in itself, but the excitement is on the other side, starting with los voladores de Papantla. Man, those guys really are everywhere. Wow, and as the sun's going down, the lights are coming on, the churches are looking beautiful in this cantera rosa. So fun fact, everything you see here is not just here because it's feria. This is here every weekend, actually. We've been to Aguascalientes a couple times before, and this is here every single time. It's just the way it is here in el barrio de San Marcos.
Uh-oh, somebody found her ducky.
I think I did. And it's the cholo ducky. No, I'm kidding. I think I want... Yeah, gracias. I found my rubber ducky. Finally learned what these are about, by the way. A friend of ours was telling us how people wear rubber duckies on their head as a sign of friendliness, a sign of friendship. And apparently that's something that comes from Korean culture, is that right? And it doesn't just have to be a rubber ducky, it could be a plant, a heart, or something of the like. But of course, Mexico being Mexico, adds fun things like sombreros, feathers. So I'm just gonna wear her on my... All right, fine. Should I wear her there? ¿Qué significa?
Significa que usted es muy feliz con él.
¿Que soy muy qué?
Que usted es muy feliz.
Ah, significa que soy una persona muy feliz. Es muy cierto, ¿cómo lo sabía?
Ah, hay muchas leyendas del pollo.
Ah, muchas leyendas del...
Finally gave in, huh?
I finally did it, y'all. Finally got myself a rubber ducky.
What's her name?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't think about that. Quick, help me. What should I name the ducky? Comment down below. This is El Templo de San Marcos and the reason for this huge fair.
You know, I'm really curious. Throughout Mexico, a lot of pueblos and cities celebrate their patron saint. How did San Marcos get the biggest festival of all, right?
The feast day of San Marcos is April 25th, which is why the Feria de San Marcos happens in April every year. Initially, the fair was tied to the vendimia, the harvesting of grapes, because winemaking is an important agricultural activity in Aguascalientes. Nowadays, the fair is a huge tourist attraction that's centered around concerts, bullfighting, and cockfighting. Culturally, bullfighting and cockfighting have been a part of Aguascalientes culture for a long time. We're not particularly fans of it, so we won't be going to any of those kinds of events, but it is important to recognize that those are significant parts of this feria.
All right, so we've been walking around, eating, showing you really cool things, but now we're officially walking in the grounds of La Feria de San Marcos. Bienvenidos.
This street right here is Paseo de la Feria, and it's the street full of bars, full of nightlife, every night, not just tonight, but especially hyped for Feria.
Honestly, this feels like when you're walking down City Walk at Universal Studios, except this is more for adults. On my right here, you have a casino.
What?
Huge casino, yup. You got a bunch of nightclubs, despecho, cantinas, micheladas. Last time we came here for La Feria de las Calaveras, this is actually a haunted house. It was really, really cool. I wasn't kidding when I told you this is like Universal Studios. Look at the map that they give you of the entire city where the Feria festivities are happening. Or like pulling it out over here looking like tourists. As soon as you enter this building, you'll find El Palenque de la Feria. El Palenque is where they do the cockfights and the big name artists that perform here. We hear that the Palenque experience is a very intimate experience. About 4,000 to 5,000 people enter. Concerts start between midnight and 1 o'clock and can go all the way up to 5 to 6 a.m. Big name artists like Karin León, Grupo Frontera, Julián Álvarez, Gloria Trevi, 23 concerts in 23 nights. I'm sure this is spectacular. Hopefully we get the chance to go see maybe Karin León. And this is just one venue. There are many other venues offering free concerts, paid concerts, every single night of the feria.
And then at the end of Paseo de la Feria, we reach the Expo Plaza section. Like, this goes on and on forever. It's a huge party nightclub area. Let's see what they got. I see a banda or tamborazo getting ready over here. Whoa, there's a lot of them setting up right here. Oh, I'm at home.
One really cool detail about the feria is that you don't need to go to any concerts. You just come here to La Esplanada or whatever they call this area right here. You bring your bottles of tequila, ron, cerveza, pay a banda, and bam, 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 bam. Hey, 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 hey.
I hear that this place, Chuy Bombas, is really famous for their hardcore drinks. We're not drinking alcohol right now, but if we were and I wanted to get the job done quickly, this is probably what I would do. I don't know what's in it, but I'm sure it's a bomb.
Every year to kick off the feria starts here. They do a big countdown like it's New Year's and people start counting down. I can just imagine it. There's hundreds, probably thousands of people right here hanging out, drinking and just dancing. Hopefully next time we get to participate in it because it looks awesome.
So we came from that way, we danced with the bandas already, and we're gonna continue down Perímetro Ferial towards Plaza de Toros Monumental to see even more feria activities going on. Check this out. All right, we're coming up on another stage, Foro del Lago. This one seems to have a variety of funk, pop, rock, and even salsa music.
So you might be wondering, what is the deal with these ducks? We already discussed what they mean, but why are people obsessed with them? They're not just here at La Feria de San Marcos. These ducks are all the rage all over Mexico. And of course, I joined the next level of the duck craze when I spotted this rubber ducky cup with a sombrero. By the way, the original audio of this clip was mysteriously lost, but you get what's going on here, right? I ordered a virgin piña colada in a rubber ducky cup for 200 pesos and of course, got to take home the duck.
Every year La Feria invites a country. This year, Uruguay is a participating country, and they also invite a state in Mexico to come and show cultural, food, and gastronomy, bunch of different things, and that state is Coahuila. So we're kind of excited to see the choripanes here in Uruguay, and maybe we can pair it up with some wine from Coahuila.
Woo! So we've reached the end of the Esplanada to La Monumental Plaza de Toros, where they host the bullfights, las corridas de toros, which are a big deal during the Feria de San Marcos. They host 12 or 13 of these cereales taurinos. You have to purchase tickets to them if you want to attend. But like we mentioned, we won't be going in. We're going to continue to enjoy the rest of the fair. So, from La Monumental Plaza de Toros to the Corredor Turístico Comercial with a bunch of commercial stands selling everything you can possibly think of. An important thing to note is that all the way down this way is El Foro de las Estrellas, which is the big stage where they host the big free concerts every night throughout the feria. people like Belanova, which we got to see last night. I was super excited. Those are my jams from 15 years ago. It was kind of a childhood dream come true for me. That was fun. These are big name artists like Christina Aguilera, Enrique Iglesias, Sting, Toto. They've got somebody for everybody every night. And because these are free, the lines are long. And just when you think you've reached the end of the feria because there's nothing past the Foro de las Estrellas, that's because you've got to head over to the island of San Marcos where we're going next. And this, you guys, is a highlight for us for the entire Feria de San Marcos experience for a very spooky reason. Important tip, right behind El Foro de las Estrellas, you'll find the bus that provides transportation to and from La Isla de San Marcos, because it's not really walking distance. You can take an Uber if you like, but the bus is a tourist bus officially here for the Feria de San Marcos, and it costs 15 pesos round trip. It leaves every 10 or 15 minutes and the same way back. So we're gonna be taking that over to the island. Let's go. We've arrived to La Isla de San Marcos, where you'll find a whole nother section of La Feria that's actually not on the official program. The Catrina behind me is not just here for the feria, it's not just here for the Festival de Calaveras every November, but it's here all the time, so that's a sight to see. And right next to it is the official entrance to this part of the feria. Let's go check it out. You guys, we want to introduce a very special friend of ours. This is our comadre,
Hola.
Isabel.
Hola, hola, mucho gusto.
Isabel is from here, she's from Aguascalientes.
Del merito Aguascalientes.
Don't forget the sun. Ella es hidrocálida, muy bella, doctora ingeniera, makeup artist. She's a very talented lady and a great friend of ours. And she's the reason we came to La Isla de San Marcos, because when we were looking at the official program, there was nothing really here about the island. But here you can see there's a Ferris wheel, there are rides, juegos mecánicos. I think the most family-friendly part of the whole experience. I mean, todo es familiar, toda la feria es familiar, ¿verdad?
Sí, toda la experiencia de la feria es familiar, completamente familiar, pero si hay un área específica que dice familia es la Isla de San Marcos, porque en esta área encuentran la parte agroindustrial, también comercios que son exclusivamente hechos en Aguascalientes. Tenemos la exposición ganadera, los juegos mecánicos, la comida, la garnacha, la bebida, todo está aquí concentrado y es un horario muy, muy familiar.
So we were here yesterday, actually. We did a live stream, which if you haven't seen, you should check it out, because we had a lot of fun with that, showing you around. Because it is earlier in the day this time, there aren't really people here yet, but if you want to see what this looks like in its su máximo esplendor, you gotta see that live stream. Y estábamos comentando que, pues, Aguascalientes tiene muchísimo que ofrecer. Y yo no he escuchado que muchos foráneos digan, I want to go to Mexico and I want to go to Aguascalientes. That's something that I don't really hear from foreigners, and I feel like people are missing out, ¿verdad? Que se están perdiendo.
Claro, sí, porque aparte Aguascalientes tiene muchísimo que ofrecer. No nada más la Feria de San Marcos, sino también tenemos Festival de Calaveras. Es un estado vinícola, entonces también tenemos una ruta de vinos y quesos, entonces es totalmente turístico. Espero que les interese venir a conocernos a Aguascalientes, porque aparte la gente es hermosa, te va a tratar 10 de 10. Y claro que cuando quieran venir aquí los esperamos.
You know what, I have an idea.
A ver.
What if we offer tours for people to come hang out with us in Aguascalientes?
Perfecto, a mí
We
me
could do wine tours.
Sí.
We could hang out for the Festival de las Calaveras for Día de Muertos.
Sí,
What do you
claro.
guys think? Would you be interested in doing a tour with us here in Aguascalientes? Comment down below. Y Baila Travel plus Isabel.
Claro, aquí los esperamos. Espero que vengan.
It's finally time to try the iconic torta de albañil, which translates to construction worker sandwich, but colloquially is known as el bolillo con crema. There's something special about the French-inspired Mexican bolillo that Aguascalientes does differently. And during the feria, they were churning out fresh bolillos all day long to be stuffed with crema de Aguascalientes, cueritos or pork skins, which are optional, ham, and a pickled jalapeno or two. The end result is something that looks so simple but is so delicious when the bread is fresh and warm out of the oven.
A ver, le mordemos la puntita. Just a tip. Oh, watch out.
So we mentioned earlier that you'll find the majority of the games and rides at La Isla de San Marcos, and there's a particular ride that we've been looking forward to.
Son bastantes. Son muchísimas argollas que tienes para jugar, para ganar, para participar, para llevarte el premio.
Another bucket list experience that we get to cross off is seeing La Monja de la Feria dance in her ride. Check her out. This is what went viral on TikTok, Instagram, and we finally get to see it in person.
Vamos a invitar a todos al centro de la pista. Vamos al centro de la pista, venga. Venga, chavos.
I still can't believe that it's only Monday and that there are 3 more weeks of all of this.
What did you think about this video? Would you come out here to Aguascalientes for la Feria de San Marcos? Let us know in the comments below, and make sure to drop a little chicken because it looks more like the ducky Jenny has on her head. Se cuidan, se vayan y nos vemos hasta la próxima. Chao.
A la Feria de San Marcos, en Mérito Aguascalientes, van llegando los valientes.